This is the story of a remarkable woman. Maria Wąsowska, née Grocholska, was born into a very different Poland. She comes from an old Polish noble family with long patriotic traditions. As a young girl, at the outbreak of the Second World War, she saw first Russian and then German troops in her family home. Arrested with her family and held in prison by the Gestapo, she later joined the Polish underground and fought under her uncle, Remigiusz Grocholski. In 1944, she participated in the Warsaw Uprising, fighting in the Mokotów district. In this program we hear, in her own words, the remarkable story of her life during those dark days, culminating with her heroism during the Warsaw Uprising, for which she was awarded one of Poland's highest military medals.
So after 2 weeks, we have been transported to Lublin, to the castle where was the big prison.
Okay.
That was the first time I saw my mother, because they put my mother in this truck and me together. So it was the first time after our arrest. And in Lublin we have been placing in 2 different cells. My cell was full of people, the women only. My mother, she was in another place. Here, that was June 41.
Right.
Once we have been placed in a big hall with gas or with water. So we received rather water. That was fantastic, because if not, it was the end
Yes.
of everybody.
That must have been very frightening.
That was yes. But you know, each time that I was like frightened, I was praying.
Yes, because I've often wondered when I met people like you, when they tell these stories,
Yeah.
these remarkable, so where the inner courage comes from to face these, to me, unimaginable difficulties.
From there.
From there, yes. Well, a lot
Absolutely.
yes.
And for that I was quiet, like, because I knew that somebody's taking care of me.
That's good. That's remarkable. And how long were you in prison in Lublin?
In Lublin to the end of August.
This is 1941.
Right.
Yes. So when you left prison in Lublin, where did you go next?
About the finish of my stay, it was very strange, because a Wachmeister came with his gun, and he placed me out of the prison in a apartment in the city. That was, I don't know how it was arranged, but it was very strange that I had a company of a soldier who put me over there. And from there I took the train, and I landed very close to my hometown, but they left me in my my grandfather place, who was already in prison.
Right.
From there, I didn't want to stay over there, and with an aunt, I was going to Warsaw.
Okay.
And with her husband, he was the husband, we left him in the forest, you know. With his family, we have some pictures here for sure. In Warsaw, I stayed until the 44. and I was introduced by him in the underground army. So sometimes we have been going with a note, some notice, some news to a place in Warsaw. I have been in contact with my uncle and with somebody with his in contact. You understand?
Yes.
Between all these months, because that was March and here August already, I made my high school exams, and then finally, suddenly we knew that at 5 o'clock we will be starting to fight the Germans from underground, you know.
This was on the 1st of August, 1944.
Right.
But before, one of the things which has struck me from my reading of this subject is how in different parts of Warsaw, life was very different from other parts of Warsaw, which seems quite strange that in one relatively small city, the experience of people under the German occupation could be so different.
Everybody was, I don't know, we have been living like normally, going to school, not to school, school was, it was not existing for education, that was out. It was not forbidden.
Yes.
It was forbidden. So we have been going each day to one place, the next day to another place, the apartments of people who were taking care of us. It was fantastically arranged.
I think that that's another thing which strikes me, because I've heard this from other people as well, that despite the chaos and the confusion of war and occupation, still some attempt was made at normal life and education of the children. That's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So we have been very proud to be in that, you know. And the last exam, the high school exam, we have been in the building where was my school, normal school, and here we have been making the high school exam, and here we had the Germans just by the wall. And I remember that the director of a woman of our school, I was writing, because I was writing each day something, you know, but that it was something special with the title of Clarity and ciemność.
Darkness.
Yeah, darkness, yes.
Darkness.
Light and something
dark,
like that.
yes.
And the director of the school, that she was very, we have been scared of her, that she was crying because she was reading my exam, my work. And that, for me, it was something, because she was very austere. And suddenly here I heard by somebody who was over there that she was crying.
Your writing had moved her. Remarkable.
Well, pretty soon after that came the day at 5 o'clock in the afternoon to start the uprising.